Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and variations thereupon. It's Citizen7, and we are here at the Wizard School estate of Darkest Dungeon. And last time, things went very badly. We beat our quest and then decided to raise a shambler, and lost our whole team. But I don't know. We can withstand to lose some level, level 1 guys. I guess, had we, I don't think we hadn't paid for anything on him, and, I guess we had bought, maybe we had bought a skill on Neville? I don't remember. Yeah, I think we paid for Grape Shot Blast, so we lost that, and, Regulus we had just acquired, and, Remus Lupin we had just taken out as well. So it's unfortunate to lose these guys. Really, what hurts more is losing the trinkets they were carrying, because those were some good trinkets, and of course, they're gone now. So
trinkets and charms gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
We've unlocked the Nomad Wagon. We can get a fancy shield for the Man-at-Arms, which is cool. Or Blightstone. Obviously, we're not going to be spending gold on this right now, but it's not the point. We can also...
At home in wild places, she is a stalwart survivor and a strict instructor.
Train to learn more campfire skills. So this will just reduce increases the available camping skills and reduces their learning costs. Reduced cost, and then that's all that we know. So I'm not really sure. We won't be doing anything over here at the Survivalist for now, because I don't think that's really a priority. The stagecoach, obviously, we have to take these people in, because we need new people to replace those we just lost. We have a Houndmaster though. Let's see. So we don't necessarily need everyone here. We do need the Bounty Hunter, because we lost a Bounty Hunter, and this guy has almost the same. He doesn't have Hook and Slice, he has Flashbang instead. Otherwise, he has the same skills. So we'll take the Bounty Hunter.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
So this could be an aggressive Vestal with Mace Bash, Illumination, and Hand of Light, but Divine Grace you can't use from the front 2 positions, where you would be using these other things. So is it even possible for her to... No, wow, it's interesting. It's not possible for her to have... I guess you could use Divine Comfort from the 2nd position. So if we could switch Divine Grace for Divine Comfort, she could actually be a reasonable 2nd position person if we need it at some point. I'm tempted to take her, but let's see. Did we lose a Plague Doctor? No, we didn't. So, I mean, Noxious Blast and Plague Grenade, though, those are the 2... I like having those, both. Battlefield Medicine and Emboldening Vapors. I mean, let's take this Plague Doctor.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
And we lost a Highwayman, but I'm not... It was Neville, so we'll try not to lose Ron and Harry, our original 2 heroes. I'm not too anxious to jump in and get this new Highwayman. Let's just take the 2, and let's find names for them. Plague Doctor could be another professor. Who is, let's see. Let's see if we can fit microbiology. Professor Sprout can be our other plague doctor. Fear of the Eldritch. Warren's adventurer. Compulsive. Oh dear. And this bounty hunter can be Dean Thomas. How about that? I don't think we have a Dean Thomas already. Okay. So, really, we need crests. We don't have any crests at all, and even though we have our deeds now to get our blacksmith functional, we need crests to do it. And then we have to decide whether we want weapons or armor. So, and we don't even have enough to get the cost reduction and one of these. We need one more deed. I'm thinking though, and you know, and obviously we need to try and get more trinkets now that we've lost a bunch. We have opened the path to a boss. We could go against the Wizened Hag here. But we're not ready to do that. We're really, I feel like we need to at least get some gear before we try to head out against the hag. So maybe, let's see, here's a short, oh, this is a level 3 mission, so we can't do that yet. Medium mission. I say do a short mission, try to get a little bit of something. And let's do this. Let's take a skirmish, 100% of room battles on this Warren's map. So who shall we take? Let's take Hagrid in our front row. Let's take Mad Eye in the second row. That seemed to be a good combination that worked well. How about Seamus, the Hound? Come on, my scroll. How about let's see, third position, yes. Third position, yes. Third position, yes. And he won't be able to blackjack from the third position. Let's take Seamus though. I like that idea, and let's take Hermione as the healer now that she is better. Divine Grace, Divine Comfort, Illumination. We can't use from the back, and Hand of Light we can't use either. Right, she has. So let's deal with that. Since we have some money, and let's give her. Let's give her the Vestal Cup, the Virtuous Chalice. It does reduce her hit points by what? Only one. One hit point down for a 10% virtue chance, I think is good. And let's give our Houndmaster one of these whistles at least. Up, scouting chance if it's dark, and a higher chance to disarm traps, or more dodge and speed, but become more vulnerable to debuffs. Let's take both. Why not? All right. Because maybe it's like, yes, he's a little bit more vulnerable. Now he's probably, if someone tries to debuff him, he will. We're gonna have to deal with that. Anemic. He will definitely get debuffed, almost definitely. But you know, there's a much bigger chance to not get hit in the first place. So I think that's a good choice. Now this is the quest we're going to do. We are first going to go back to town and get, where is she? Get Hermione some actual skills that she can use. We will upgrade for sure. We're going to upgrade both of her healing skills. Then we're going to give her Dazzling Light and Judgment. That makes her suddenly a much, much more effective character. Do you want to wear the brown robes? Wear the Gryffindor colored robes. There you go. Alright, so I think we're set. We didn't have anything else to give these poor fellows. So let's go to the Warrens and try to make something out of our mess. Here we go. Got the dog treats. We have to try to remember to use the dog treats. I'm not really totally up on that. Let's take 16 food. Let's take a torch. Let's take medicinal herbs. Oh wait, we had one already. Let's just use the one medicinal herb. Let's take a... Well, let's not forget torches this time. We'll take 12 torches. It's short. We're not camping. And we'll take a key. I mean, let's risk the gold for the chance that... I think not having a key has worked out sadly for us in the past. So it's time to kill pigs. Now we know
They breed quickly down there in the dark. But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
perhaps. This is not a great map layout. It would have been, you know, if we had started at one of these ends, it would have been perfect. But as it is, we will have to definitely do some backtracking. If we get down here and we get a scout and see that this room is empty, we won't have to go there. But we don't know, so we're going to go down and then come back around. Let's open this bag. Got a little bit of gold. Dodged that. Trap. And room battle? Fight some pigs? No. No battle. Alright, so there's probably a battle down here. Seems odds are good. Let's open this pack. 2 torches. Not bad. So since we got some torches, let's light. Yeah, good enough. When we click that down. Oh shit.
Mind that such missteps are the exception, and not the rule.
So we did resist the bleed. It seems that maybe bleeding is going to be pretty important in the Warrens. Now that our torch is going down again, we'll go back up to full light. And the battle is Webbers and Spiders, so the Spiders I think we can take out fairly quickly. Let's use Hound Rush, which will do what? Inflict bleed. We actually don't have very good abilities with this dog, but let's take out one of the guys. Oh no, they can all inflict. They all inflict poison, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just take out one of these then. So we didn't get stunned, which is excellent. Now we can use Judgment. Or, I think we'll use... Let's see, how much damage does Dazzling Light do? Only 1 to 3. Judgment will do a lot more damage. So let's try to take out one of these guys in the back.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Squash. We did get a bleed on that spider. And we did. Again, we're resisting the plague fairly well this time. Yes. Alright. You can use Hue and take out both of these guys.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
And just crush him. Critical hit. Single round. Not bad.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
There's the crests that we needed. Now this is an heirloom chest, so we'll just open it. What? Come on, man. Usually if they say locked chest, I guess we could have used the key on that, but instead we got nothing. Unfortunate. Usually I figure the heirloom chests are safe to open without a key. Wow, that was unfortunate. We could have used more crests. So we're hungry already. That's why we took a fair amount of food with us, even though it's a short trip. I really hate taking damage from hunger. You'd be surprised how quickly that can kill your party. Okay, so we made it back to the beginning. Let's keep on trucking. Something will be in this box, maybe? How's our light? Decent. Heirlooms. Bust and a portrait. Not bad. So we're gonna get portraits as a reward. Busts are sort of bonus that we didn't expect. And another torch. Just one. Let's light it right away. We're just gonna keep it bright on this run, I think. More bugs. So we haven't, and we surprised them. So now we know that they will all go at the end of the round. That's the way that this works. So we're gonna focus on single targets to take them out.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
One there, we're gonna use, I say single targets, but we'll spread the damage out with Hue.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Kill 2. Now we're gonna use Judgment against this one, just because we still have our man-at-arms to go, and he can at least crush the first. But if we get them, even if we get them both down to 1, he can probably kill them with a yell. So that ended up to count for nothing. Fellow would do 1 damage and kill this one, and then leave this one alive with a debuff. Or we could damage and this one, kill this one, mark him, and then riposte against the second spitter if he spits at us, which he should. So let's do that.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Yes. It worked. We did take a little bit of blight, though.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
We're getting gold, though. I should keep track of how much gold we actually spend when we provision, so that we know at what point we break even, but even not knowing that. We got a torch, so let's light it right away.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
And that did get us a scout chance, so we know that we have a trap coming up and no fight. So who has the best trap chance? 60, 100. You are guaranteed to de-arm this trap. So that is what that whistle is good for. You'll be okay. We'll get Hermione to heal you. Food. So we really haven't taken much in the way of damage, but we really haven't had much in the way of fights. That sack is empty. We haven't even had to use our dog treats yet. So hopefully we'll have a pig fight in the next room, and we can try out the dog treats and see how they work. I'd rather have a fight in the room than in the hallway, though. Piddly amount of gold. It's hardly worth it. Oh. But at least our light has gone down to dim, but we still managed to get surprise. I like it. Let's see if we can focus down this swine wretch and take him out first. Up damage versus beast. So 5 to 9 damage versus since these guys are beasts, it seems to say that our hound will be able to do good damage. If we can get some better skills, hounds will be good to bring down into the warrens. So we got bleed inflicted on him, only 1 damage worth, but let's see if he can be judged to death. Not quite. So only 1 damage of bleed. He's still gonna survive that. 6 to 12 damage, or 4 to 8, 4 to 7. This guy only lives 8, so let's use Hugh and see what happens. Good damage on that slasher, and you, he's living. You can use bellow, only 1. Okay. Let's kill the slasher and just not deal with him at all. I think that's our wise choice, because this is gonna do 1 to 2 damage and only 1 damage. So there's guaranteed that we won't kill the slasher, not guaranteed to kill the swine wretch. So let's just take the crush hit and kill the slasher. So we'd rather not deal with it if we don't have to. So we'll take a stress attack. Oh, a disease attack. That is unfortunate. But we won't have to deal with this guy again. He'll die the next time he comes up. And we're just gonna go ahead with the big crushes and not worry about riposte. Chop.
A death by inches.
And the dog can finish him off. Enjoy that pig flesh.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
I would not have a dizzying fall, but what did this disease that we just got do to us? Oh dear. Now we're guaranteed to get light now. Oh crap, that's not a great fever. But we'll have to have that cured. Now let's see. So we know we have a fight here and a fight there, so we have to go all the way to the end. Let's, how are we doing for torches? We still got 2 stacks. Back up to almost full light. So we've got this horrible spitter, we've got these 2 carrion eaters, and a swine drummer, who tends to really raise stress. So just a moment. I will be right back. Sorry about that. I just had a little situation that had to be dealt with. So let's consider who we want to focus on. I think the swine drummer really needs to be taken out because he has usually an ability to greatly raise everyone's stress at once. And then, you know, then we're facing resolve checks. So let's take him out right away. Or not. Let's try again on this this drummer. 6 damage. And we'll use Hugh on the 2 front runners. Well, we hit one of them. Now, since he's going to be marked anyway, we might as well use Retribution. And we can probably take out this guy with it. what we wanted to happen. That is, according to my worries. So another disease. I'm gonna have to find a good way to deal with these diseases. Send the dog against this wretch. The dog is not doing well in this fight. More drums of debilitation. Chop. And let's see if we can judge out the wretch. I wanted to take out the swine drummer first, but I guess he gets to live longest. Do we have anything that will take care of... No, we don't have anything that will clear out these corpses. So I guess we'll just have to smack them. Now that is the way that that's supposed to work. And we can use Dazzling Light, possibly killing his swine wretch, or maybe just stunning him for the turn. We did kill him. And you could probably use some healing going forward, so...
This expedition at least promises success.
Ruby's worth 1,000 gold, so I like that. Let's use our herbs on this table. So we got some food and some gold. So now we have a lot of food. Let's have you eat one, eat two. Let's have you eat two as well. And you can eat one. And you're living all the way, but you can't even eat one. All right. So you can eat. Well, how much? You have 3 points of damage left to take, so you can eat one more. All right. So that does this for this room. Time to move on. Stack of books. We're going to ignore it. We don't usually get any good benefit out of that. So for us. And we have a battle. 2 slashers and 2 wretches, but we did surprise them, so we've been doing really well with surprise. Let's focus on the guy in front. Our dog has not been doing super well, though. Crush him to death. Well, it's a minimal amount of damage, but we're getting there. Chop him. Dodge again. These guys are, unfortunately, more diseases. Alright, so he's moving back in the row, and let's take him out. We'll deal with these stupid, horrible vomiters. This guy definitely... Okay, so he gets this round and that's it for him. He's done. More diseases. Word. Try a stun. So we got the stun, which is good. Now unfortunately we should have stunned this one because we can kill this one. And that basically means we wasted our stun. We should have afflicted this wretch instead, but what can you do? Apparently,
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
So we'll just take another disease here, or not. Let's try the stun thing again. You're the right person to stun. And then crush away. Can we crush someone in that row? Yes, we can. You are just gonna have to smack these corpses and get rid of them. There we go. So nothing, no threat from him this turn. And the dog, after missing 2 deeds.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
The dog, after, doing nothing for all of whenever, suddenly is like, I can finish this. I've seen that happen too many times. Alright, so let's remember to use the dog biscuit this fight. Oh, look, Cultist Brawler. Excuse me. Alright. Dog biscuit. There we go. 3 rounds of up accuracy and 50% damage. So our accuracy is up. It's up damage against beast. So we'll go against this horrible spitting vomiter. Just it's very irritating. Or should we take out the drummer? Let's take out the drummer. 7 damage. Got the bleed on there. And we managed to dodge the Rend for the Old Gods, so we're going to activate Riposte. I think that we can withstand a little bit of beating. We missed, but we still managed to activate our ability, which is good. We're going to use Divine Grace to heal our Houndmaster. So we've really been using her to dish out damage and ignoring the healing at all completely. So, I mean, he's marked, but it's not going to do any good, apparently. Let's hew. Spread out the damage. Your big old toy sword. Hound's Rush, and take out that drummer. Dead drummer, we don't have to worry about that anymore. Taking a fair amount of damage, I think we'll put the healing onto our man-at-arms now. 6 points brings them back into very stable homes. We didn't get stunned. Let's use 2 damage. Let's use Hew because we'll take out the Brawler and possibly get big hits against the Chopper as well. So the Chopper should now be in range for a crush. It's not a guaranteed kill, so maybe we should use our stunning power. Who's left to go this round? No one. So this is going to take us to the top of a new round. I think it's a good choice to use stun here, even though he has a 0.25% to resist. So let's do that. He did get stunned, and he didn't get moved. So that was actually the best possible outcome, because he's still in range of the leper. We're going to use the dog against the swine wretch. And then we'll use the leper to finish off. Or, Hermione. To get the last kill.
A trifling victory.
So that's it. We've seen
But
everything.
a victory nonetheless.
And we'll just return to the hamlet.
Their squeals fade. Their confidence is shaken.
So what do we really get in the way of heirlooms? We got a little bit of everything. We got 2 deeds, which is nice. It takes us into a realm where we can actually afford to do a couple things with our deeds, but we still only got 4 crests. And really, what we need is to stock up on crests. We're not getting much in the way of good loot. So we got Slugger for up damage with melee skills. And we got Ruins Explorer for Hermione, which is good. But everyone ended up with 2 diseases. So that's really gonna slow us down
In time,
quite a bit.
you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
let's take a look at that. The worries, stress damage, and resist debuffs from vampiric spirits. So that's not great. You have the spotted fever, so you always will get blighted. So only one disease for Hermione, and Seamus is the same. He's got the worries and vampiric spirits. So and Hermione has very high stress at this point. 95. That's really shocking. Oh, because she's a Warren's phobe. Should have thought of that. But we managed not to take a stress check. So let's remember the last time that we sent Hermione to get de-stressed. What did she do? Flagellation, 81 stress recovery. That's pretty good. So let's do a repeat of that. Can we? Let's see. This is just reduces the cost. This this just increases the slots. So we can't do that. We don't have the crests. We will pay the gold and reduce her stress. Let's sort by stress and see who else is bad. Seamus could stand to have his stress reduced at 50. He's new. He's never had his stress reduced before. So the brothel's a little expensive. Let's see if is it? I mean, it usually gets rid of like 70 some stress. He only has 50 stress. I think the bar usually cures about 50 stress. That'll do just fine. So let's send him to the bar. And everyone else is pretty good. Let's send one of our sick guys to get a disease treated. Now, medical ward slots to 2. Increased chance of curing extra diseases. I think I'm going to go ahead and use our crests here, just so that we get the chance of curing both of his diseases in one go.
Experimental techniques and tonics can overcome things a sharpened sword cannot.
And if we only cure one of them, we're going to cure the worries, because that's 30% stress damage is huge. Now let's see if we want to get anyone's quirk treated, we might as well. We have the money at this point, and it's best to make good use of your time. So let's see, sort by activity so that we get all the people who aren't doing anything on top. Let's see what kind of quirks we have. Known cheat, not a problem. Resolution, not a problem. These are both locked in, unfortunately. Night blindness, down damage if it gets really dark. Unquiet mind, I don't care about unquiet mind. Night blindness is a target for being removed. Let's see. Kleptomaniac would have been nice to get rid of before it became really locked in, but I guess we'll just deal with it. Slow draw is frustrating, but you can deal with it. This, Fear of Eldritch. That is a problem. So I think we're probably gonna cure Professor Sprout's Fear of Eldritch before we even take her out. But maybe not, because on the one hand, yeah, it's bad. On the other hand, all that you do is just avoid taking them somewhere where they fight Eldritch monsters. Like the ruins. Anyway, let's see. This isn't a problem. He won't pray. Stress damage versus beasts. That's unfortunate. Claustrophobia, severe fear of enclosed space is interesting. Fragile. Excuse me. Stress damage in the light. That's locked in now. I mean, it's not locked in, but I'll show you the difference. If we want to cure fragile, it's 1350. If we want to cure this, it's 4500. It's a lot worse. So, fragile, I mean, reduces her hit points probably by 2, maybe by 1. Yeah, by 2. She should be 20. So, I mean, 2 hit points, you know, doesn't seem like a lot, but that is... It is. I mean, that's, you know, that's death's door. So let's cure Fragile. Let's get those hit points back. And we just won't take Ginny out this time. So let's see who showed up on our stagecoach. 2 more grave robbers wanting to be Ginny, a new abomination, and a man-at-arms. What do you have, man-at-arms? The defender and bolster. How about you, Mr. Frightening Beast? I think we need to have an abomination on our in our roster.
Tortured and reclusive. This man is more dangerous than he seems.
So you get to be who should you be? Diddly diddly dee. You can be Bill Weasley. Type that correctly. Alright, so you are our new werewolf. And we're not going to take anyone else this turn. I really, really want a Hellion to come into town, because we don't have a Hellion. We don't have an Arbalist. Getting those 2 characters, I think those are the only 2 that we're missing at this point. The Hellion and the Arbalist. You can always check the list. Arbalist, and Hellion. Oh, and Jester. No one likes the Jester. And we could use a new Occultist, but the Jester, the Hellion, and the Arbalist we haven't seen at all. And I really would like to have a Hellion in our party. So we'll go out again, another short quest, and hope for that. We need to find more crests so that we can start getting our armor up for doing the boss fights. Anyway, so there we are. That's another week in the dungeon. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, and go ahead. I do read your comments. You may just the order in the time at which I get to upload these. I've probably recorded a fair amount of episodes without before I uploaded them and you actually left your comments, but I do read them and I try to learn what I can where I can. So there we go. Thanks very much. Cheers. Thanks for watching.